Prep Partners, we're back with Jeamie TKV. Now, support for this podcast is brought to you by the one and only xbrain.co.uk for all of your supplementation needs. I'm not sure if Jamie's on there or not, but he may very well be at some point. Second, he gets a little bit, he wants to put on a little bit more size, which is terrifying. Then we'll sort him out with some weight isolate or whatever. Enter promo code Fighting Words to save 30% off your order at checkout. Support for this podcast is also brought to you while my wife is having a go at my child. Support for this podcast is also brought to you by Market Squawk, powered by livesquawk.co.uk for all of your on-demand data needs. Now, with the departure of our imperial leader, Boris, I would imagine things got a little bit frothy in the markets. Now, if you had Market Squawk, you would have been loving it because you would have known exactly what's going on in real time. Market Squawk, powered by LiveSquawk. Mr. TKV, welcome back.
Yes. Thank you for having me back.
Mate, you got an open invitation anytime, mate. Now, let's begin with the last fight because it's the first pro stoppage, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Definitively a more chill affair. Like you had a big first fight against like probably someone you shouldn't really have been in with for first fight, but massive respect. For the first fight, big. Second fight, there was no mucking about, and he got pieced up. Now, can we have a little word, right? So next time you fight, could it possibly not be on the night before? Because we got to the OVO, and you were done, dusted, and your corner was already out. I was watching it on my phone. I'm like, why is he out now? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
That was a madness that whole day.
No, it wasn't that early. I'm being dramatic, but it was early.
It was quite early, yeah. Do you know what? Because at the moment I'm early on in my career, they're putting me on quite early. Obviously, I got to make a name for myself, so I get put on quite early. But
but bro, honestly, like we miss so many. Like Rob said, we're watching it on the phone on the way. Like we're going to the event, we're like, what the fuck? Like so many of the fights we want to see.
Early. Yeah,
they were just steaming through them.
Yeah. But you know what? With the girl fights, they're shorter as well. You got 2-minute rounds.
Yeah.
By the time I'm after them, it's like you have no time to.
Yeah.
You literally have no time. 2-minute rounds goes by too quickly.
Were you happy with it?
Yeah, I was happy with my performance. I mean, there's nothing I can fault, and that the only thing I can do is get better. But there's nothing I can fault. Like I was actually happy with my performance. And the fact that I got the knockout made it even better. You know, I went home smiling. I was happy. And I wasn't criticizing myself this time. So that's the main thing. I was happy.
Well, look, you looked wicked. You looked like, first fight, you looked good. Second fight, you looked wicked. You looked like a destroyer. And, you know, I'm watching your training videos with Bazza. Like, you're just looking like a force to be reckoned with, mate. And, like, it's like we spoke last time. It's so nice to have, like, this slew of up-and-coming British heavies coming through, and then like you strike me as one of the more dangerous ones out of them because you don't really listen. You've got hype, but it's not the same as some of the other ones. I quite like that you can be like the shadow man who can just come through and
the haggler.
Exactly, the haggler, the underdog. You know, I like to consider myself the underdog because I know the first person you'll think of. I mean, people like, let's say, Frazer Clarke and all the other heavyweights, they'll put them ahead of me. But I like the fact that they do that because I have something to prove and that makes me work harder and do better. So I just love that. I love being the underdog. So,
How much do you think that Sky maybe shit themselves when they saw the little bit of beef between you and Frazer?
Listen, they might have.
Because you know, Adam just went, Frazer, don't respond. Do not go into this. Listen, we do not want you to be that guy, and let's keep you away from that now.
Yeah, for a little while until it makes sense. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
but now I definitely think we are gonna fight each other, and it's gonna be won't be for now. I would say within a year and a bit, or maybe.
You think that soon?
Just you know what? If we build it up nicely. I do think it will happen that soon because I don't know if we are built up nicely the same way. So if I go my route and he goes his route and we end up where we're supposed to end up, like for a British title, maybe an English title, I think we could actually fight each other and hopefully be a big domestic fight.
See, because that would be like another coming of Groves and DeGale and Linus and Denzel from a couple of weeks ago, because you know, both of those fights, they're like very, very good early stage. Like there's a lot of potential on display. There's a lot to lose for the loser, and there's a lot to win for the winner. Like that would be amazing, especially at heavyweight.
Heavyweight, yeah. It's like the same fight that Anthony Joshua and Dylan White. You know what I'm saying? That fight built both of them up. You know what I'm saying? That build Dylan White. That gave Dylan White the push that he needed to get on with his career. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that fight will be beneficial for the both of us. The win or lose, the fight will be definitely beneficial for the both of us.
So what did he say that pissed you off so much?
You know what? They asked him, what you think of Jeamie about his knockout. He just started getting onto me saying, yeah, I'm better than him. It's
not what you was asked. You know what I mean?
He wasn't asked that, so why are you even taking it there? So I felt like it was a bit personal, so I did take it personally. So I said, you know what, let me get on his nerves a little bit on the socials. And then I got on the socials. You know what, Will actually showed me. People did tell me about it, but I didn't. Like, I didn't believe it. I thought, you know, Frazer's cool. He'll never say that, because when he sees me greet and whatnot, obviously we don't talk much, but he says hi, and I said hi back to him. But when Bazza actually told me,
oh, Bazza loves that shit as well, doesn't he? Yeah. He loves that.
Yeah, he loves. Yeah, I know for a fact he loves that. He definitely loves that. But he told me, and I didn't really believe it. But when Will actually showed me the video, that's the video that I used on the social media.
Yeah.
On my Instagram story, and I called him out, and he literally got pissed. It was in my DMs. It was in my people's DMs, because my people.
Was he?
Yeah, they started reposting him and tagging him. So they started reposting the story and then tagging him in the story. So he started responding to everyone, started arguing with everyone, literally. I was like, what's going on with this guy? This guy is really biting, which is why I put up that Instagram post.
Yeah. That was big. We put that up. We shared that for fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, that's why I said I'm in your head.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because like literally I haven't done nothing yet, but you're already barking you're barking at everyone. You know what I'm saying? You're already, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I will get to when it comes to the real thing. I know exactly what to do.
Have you guys sparred or trained or done anything together at all?
You know what's so mad? I've been in the same competitions as him. Like, I'm talking about like international competitions and stuff like that. But I think I was meant to box him a few times back in like 2016. But every time he wanted to fight, I was in the ABAs. He wanted to do a little home show for his club, but I was always in ABAs. It wouldn't make sense for me to come out the championship just to fight him. But we literally have never sparred, never boxed each other, nothing. Like, so for me, it's perfect. He doesn't know me, and I don't know him. You get what I'm saying? So it will be like a fresh fight, because now we're not going to spar. Like, we're not going to spar. So we're not going to know nothing about each other. We're just going to go in there and just scrap it out. You know, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Because more time, when people do have these feuds, they know each other, they've sparred, they've had fights before, you know what I'm saying? But with us, there's nothing there. There's no history, literally. You know,
but he's got the arse ache about something.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Maybe I was a bit jealous that I knocked him out.
I mean, how many fights has Frazer had now? One? He's still one, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still one, but he had an injury, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing is, they asked him about my Jake Darnell performance, and he didn't give that praises, but I praise his performance, because I thought like he did a really, really good job on Jake Darnell. But I feel like the fact that I knocked him out, I feel like people were in his ear getting on his nerves. So I think that's what made him switch as well. But he put on a good performance against Jake Darnell. There's no issue to be jealous, or there's nothing to be mad about. Yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, we don't know you that well yet. We haven't held hands in the OVO lobby just yet, but it's coming. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, don't worry.
But like, you two are in very different like sections of the thing. Like, he's very open already. He wants to become the new Johnny Nelson, right? He wants the commentary career. He wants to be a fighter, the personality. He wants that. Now, I would personally quite like to hear you doing a little bit of punditry, but I think it might get a little bit spicy if someone's pissed you off a little bit, which I love. Right? Where Frazer's almost like media trained, isn't he? So he's almost got that thing about him. He's like Johnny, right?
Yeah.
I don't get why that this has even come to be. I don't see where he's got this switch. Like
it's the same sort of thing. It's like it's just bad when on your night he's bringing in other shit. It's like, bro, there's plenty of time when you guys are about to fight. You can say whatever, but give the man his fucking night. What are you doing?
That's what I'm saying. Look, he was just grilling me. I was thinking, what the hell is that about? For me, it was a bit weird. I feel like there was some jealousy there, personally, because it doesn't make sense, because I haven't said nothing about him. And there hasn't been anything in the past between us, so it was just very weird. So I don't know what it is, but I'm just as confused as you guys are.
I wonder if it's I wonder if he's got some sort of like little, I don't want to say insecurity, because he's a professional heavyweight fighter and an Olympian, right? So insecurities, that's on him. I wonder if he has this thing where he was quite liking being Sky's heavyweight next gen star, which right, like all love to you. You know, they're trying to make sure that is the case. Like they're not doing anything to hamper you, but you know, only one of you is. Did they offer you the mic? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So there is that. So he hasn't really got anything to be that fussed about. Just let this go and build up the fight. If you want to talk a little bit of noise, talk a little bit of noise. Yeah. You know, like you said, for a British, it'll be big.
That'll be big, exactly. It will benefit us both, financially and our careers. You know, I think that'll be a good fight for both of us throughout.
And for boxing, man, they're the sort of fights.
For boxing as well, exactly. So you get me, cement our names in the history of boxing. That's the main thing. That's what I want to do. Like, that's my aim.
With like the new boxer and Sky and all of that stuff, how are they with? So say you in a year's time, say you went to Ben and said, I think it's time for the Frazer fight, and Ben says, oh, you know, maybe we give it another 3 fights each, or or do you think that Mr. Shalom is like, no, let's do it, let's give it?
I do think he's quite open. I think he would say, yeah, let's do it. But he would only say that if it's the right fight for the both of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
but that's my question. Is he much more likely to be like, this will be the right fight for you in 2 fights? Or is he like, I'm going to cash out on one of these boys now and let's see what happens?
Nah, he's more of, this is the right fight for you in this amount of fights. Yeah. So, yeah, man, trust me, he's a smart guy. And
he seems it.
I'm starting to warm to him, you know. At the beginning, at the beginning, he was a little bit spurged out, wasn't he? He was a little bit like, he was a little bit like, yeah. He was a little bit like, I'm going to talk, but I'm going to look away, and I'm not going to say the right thing, and I'm just going to walk away. Like, but now he's getting much more comfortable with it. He seems to be, I
feel like he's getting better every time, and he can only get better. You know what I'm saying? Because he's doing it so often, and he's understanding the game better as well. I'm sure he was well. He had a lot of knowledge before getting into the game, but he's obviously getting better as
it's a whole other thing when you're in it. So
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because now he's a promoter. That's a big thing.
You got to learn all the aspects too.
Exactly.
He's at, what is he? He's only 28, 29, isn't he? He's not old.
You know what? I actually don't know his age, but I know he's young.
Yeah, I think he's only about 28, 29.
Yeah.
He's sub 30. What's going on with you training? What are you like? Are you working on bits actively? Are you just like crunching Barry's hands?
You know what? We were doing that, but Barry has a little bit of a niggle from wooden crunching. But it does catch up with you. But you know what? We are working on things. We're working on certain jobs that we'll spar, and then we'll see what we need to do and stuff. So it's like camp never ended. We're just continuing, and I'm happy with that because I know the next one I'm going to be even better than my last fight, and that's what I'm here for. Like, that's why I'm in the gym, because I'm in the gym to get better. So I'm happy the fact that we're staying in the gym and always learning. No matter what we do, like the best thing that we do is that every time we spar, we go back and see what we can do better, and then practice it during my next sport. Just perfect. It just feels like I'm still in camp. So it's camp.
I love that.
Yeah, camp never stops, man.
Have they said anything about the next fight? Or when do you want to be out for the next fight?
Well, we was hoping September, but we're waiting on some news. But I think it will be September because that makes sense. Like the amount of time September. Hopefully, we get one more after that.
Well, like on the big Savannah fight, or is that all female?
I think I heard it's all female actually. I actually want to see how that works. Yeah.
We were talking about this last night about that. Like, listen, every single one of like Savannah versus Shields, epic fight, right? Epic fight.
Yeah.
Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner, epic fight. You know, Natasha Jonas and Hannah Rankin, really good fight.
Yeah.
And then and then you need more. Like, so we were saying last night, like having yourself, having Dan Aziz, having the Azim brothers, you know, building it up, like make it a big night, make a superstar night of it with the superstar main event and co-main. Like, let's just do go. But if it's all, I think it's going to be a bit different if it's going to be an all-female card.
Yeah,
be good.
I do think. Yeah, do you know what? I do feel like they should put predominantly female, but still have male fighters there.
This is what I'm saying. Make it mixed.
Because we were saying this too. Like, if you want. That's the beauty. If like the equality of the sport should then be like both. You know, if it's just female, again, that kind of goes against the like predominantly female, amazing. Like main event, co-main, beautiful. But just mix it up. That's what we want. We want everything just mixed together. That's how it should be.
Yeah. Exactly.
Also, the epitome of sport is inequality, and the epitome of combat sports is also inequality. There's nothing more profound than combat sports inequality. I'm better than you. I've beat the fuck out of you. Have that. You know? Yeah. All right. So what, September, are there like a couple of like loose dates running around?
I'm hearing the end of actually September, if not possibly early October. Those are the loose dates that I've got so far.
So you're going to have a nice summer then?
Yeah. I can enjoy a little bit. But you know what? I'm still in the gym, so that's my summer. My summer is literally taking over in the gym.
Love that. What's been the biggest changes coming on now? Are you like picking up new big sponsors? Are you dealing with, you know, coming on podcasts, getting IFLs whiling around in your face, and you getting more used to that?
Yeah, I'm used to all of that now. Like, I feel like over time I've become comfortable with it, but like literally with sponsors and stuff, that is coming slowly, but we're working on something. Like my team, they're working on something bigger than just the small sponsors. So we're not worried about that. My team cover everything anyway.
I love that.
Nice.
If they could help us, that'd be great. Patreon.com fighting words, you know what I mean? Yeah. So now life, what's it called now? The Ben Davis Performance Center.
Yeah.
You're smashing it up with Chris Congo, Lee, all of the boys now. Are you going to Harlow every day now?
Yeah. I've been going Harlow every day since September last year.
Mate, you've been putting in some miles.
Yeah, but it's not far. It's only 30 minutes drive.
Still, it's an hour every day, isn't it?
Yeah, but you don't look at it like that. Trust me.
Investment.
Yeah, exactly, investment. You know, I feel like it takes longer getting to train with Will than it does driving to Harlow, because when I go train with Will, I got to get on the train now to Central London, so I can't really drive in there.
Is that a little bit of a mind fuck for you to be like going around third space at Tower Bridge? Like, because it's a very different event, isn't it? Like you're going Harlow to in the middle of nowhere, like an industrial estate kind of vibe, to just be in with animals, and then you've got like people like myself, the IT crowd, the bankers, the people in shirts and suits and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what? At first, it did catch me off guard, because I remember like walking into the gym the first day, and I see someone with a mic. I've already seen this on TV. Do you know when people are on the mic and they're all screaming out instructions? I've never seen that until I walked into that gym. I said, damn, where am I? You know, so
that's where I met Ian Geese. That's what he was doing.
Wait, is that what you did?
Yeah, that's what listen, I tried it, right? I tried with every single thing, right? I could not get my head around talking rubbish into, ironically, talking rubbish into a microphone. Just couldn't get it through there. But yeah, no, that's Streets was a master at it.
No, it was horrible. But yeah. Anyway,
he died a little bit inside every time. Yeah, like, but so like that third space. Have you now see? Because what I would love nothing more would be a fly on the wall on the day where you get a CFA or a chartered accountant or something who's done a little bit of deadlifts and he's walking around in a Gymshark Stinger vest. And he just is like, mate, you're in my rack right now, to you, or just like tries to give it a little bit big time and just have wheels start just like slow motion running over me.
And just clip and goes through the roof.
Yeah, and let's be honest, that's going to be Will's cardio for the next 6 months, isn't it? Because that geezer don't do any.
Nah, you know what? He's been joining in. We've been doing a ski cardio sessions. We're doing the skiers and everything. So he's been joining in. I've seen him do a few cardio stuff, so he's working.
Powerful Will. How you finding the strength stuff coming on?
Oh, it's good, man. Like, Will has a program. Will and Aiden have a program, and we work towards a specific goal every time. So I do feel the development every time we train, whether it be like in the next few weeks, but we definitely improve every time.
The thing is, physically, you could see from your first fight, let alone the second fight, that you're physically strong. And like you told us last time, you know, you grew up wrestling, you grew up like grappling. It's a very different strength that comes from that. Yeah. So like, if you're starting to now develop the like explosive peak, you know, explode, repeat, explode, recover, go again. That's quite a terrifying thing.
Yeah, and I feel like it has been showing in training. Like all my spars. I've been improving every spar. I've been on a roll, and it showed in the fight. I mean, I just felt solid. It felt like I did feel solid, and I remained that way. Been working the same way, just grafting.
Nice. What do you see roadmap style now? Because you was a little bit shady last time when I asked you. Now I would imagine you're going to be a little bit more comfortable with it. Like, you want to be fighting 2-3 more times this year for sure.
Yeah.
You want to be going for, you're going to try and go down the English and British route?
Yeah, the traditional route.
You're going to traditional route.
English.
Love that.
Yeah.
See, now they may actually try and keep Frazer away from that route because they quite like to do that.
Yeah, they'll probably shoot him up. But you know what?
That's a bad thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, these are like big honors to have, you know. It's big honors. I mean, there's a lot of people who fought for these titles who have gone on to win major titles. So I do think it's a good way. Because Frazer can fight for a Southern, maybe his second fight if he really wanted to. If he really wants to show that he's levels above and he's the Olympian, he can fight for a Southern second fight. Then fight for English in his fifth fight. Do something different, you know.
The thing is, like, from your perspective, are you a little bit concerned, like, for example, like Fabio Woodley has been waiting for a shot at the British for what? 18 months now? Yeah,
it's because of Joyce. Joyce is holding on to it. Obviously, we know
it ain't Joyce's fault though, is it? You know, it's like if you've got it and they've you know, you beat the dude, you're mandatory, you're going to be mandatory for the next 2 years. You're not going to give up that belt unless you're told to.
Yeah,
why would you?
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Yeah, it's true, you know, because I know Joyce will fight Woodley. I know he's the type of person that would try and fight Woodley. But
why not?
I think
Woodley would have a go on Joyce as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think Woodley gives Joyce problems personally. I think Woodley gives Joyce problems, but a fight like that would be a major fight.
Yeah,
but I think a fight like that is suited more for like a world title eliminator or maybe a world title. You know,
I agree.
Unless it has to be the right fight, the right money for that fight. That'll be a big fight. But I do think Woodley wins that personally.
Nice. I do too. With it, his movement, it's his movement, and he's not there to be bludgeoned. Right, that's what it comes down to. His movement is good. He's a little bit swag. If he gets caught, anyone gets caught by Joyce, you got a problem, innit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, I don't know. Has Joyce been caught like that as a pro? Yeah.
Who, Joyce?
Yeah, he looks like he can take shots.
Yeah, Dubois cracked him like. But that's the thing. I feel like he can take a shot too well. like he relies on it a bit too much, you know, and there's only so long that can hold up. We were talking about this the other night. So it's heavy. That's a dangerous game to play. Fuck.
Yeah. And I feel like Woodley has the power to actually cause damage.
Yeah. So, and punch tolerance is one of the first things to go. Like at the end of the day, he is 36. Like, even though he's young in like ring years, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And it can just go overnight. Yeah. And if he's doing, like, I would imagine that he's doing a lot of mad sparring. I would imagine he's doing some pretty heavy stuff in between fights. And then he's just there to smash, isn't he? Juggernaut is the Juggernaut.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's true. It's true. Have you seen a spar between him and Babbage? Like, I can tell he has spars like that quite often where he goes to war.
Yeah. I would, what do you think about Babbage? Do you like him?
Do you know what? He's entertaining, but you know what? He's quite small for everywhere. I've seen him in person in Croatia when I went to one championships as an amateur. He's quite, he's tiny, but he's got a big heart.
Yes.
I don't know how far that style is going to take him, because if you come across big punchers who are big, he might be able to wear them down, but boy, certain guys can hit you once and you'll go.
This is a concern, because from a fan's perspective, someone like the Savage is just like pure gold. And
I love watching him.
Exactly, he's epic, and especially now he's got that giant chest tattoo. I can't wait to see him come back out. Right?
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh mate, he went. I'll have a little small piece done, and it's his entire chest, and it's all red and black, and like the God of War and shit. It's just classic Babbage. It's just like if Babbage was a tattoo, he's had it put all over his chest, right? But he's like, he got dropped in his last fight. He was out on his feet in his last fight as well. He was very lucky to get away. And the fight before, I was like, he's going to get stopped.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where they need to drop him down to, because he's dropped down to cruiser now, isn't it? Or Bridger? He's Bridger now.
He's Bridger at the minute.
Yeah, Bridger, yeah.
I think he might need to go down again, you know?
You think, you know what? He's so tiny though. Even if he goes down to cruiser, I don't think he can do cruiser. I don't think he has much weight to lose. Like, he's very thin.
Really?
Like, if you see him in person, yeah.
So is he really like a light heavy that's been fighting?
From what I saw.
Yeah. Losing you a little bit, James.
Knocking out the heavyweights. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just for him to be knocking out heavyweights and doing what he's doing, you've got to be impressed, man. He's a small guy doing that to big guys, so. Wow.
Love the Savage, mate.
Yeah, he's a savage.
When you get a fight announcement, I think we should have you back on just to have a little chat about what's coming next, because it's always an absolute honour and a pleasure to have you on, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the next chapter for you, mate. Yeah,
everybody jump on board the trade. Make sure you're watching.
Choo.
TKV time, son.
Yeah, we're ready, man.
I'll speak to you soon, yeah? Thank you so much,
Thanks so much, Chef. Have a great night,
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.